I bought the Coinbase YieldMax ETF so that you don't have to, and you can see exactly how it actually performs. Thank you guys. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for watching this video. We're going to jump right into it and talk about how much money in dividends CONY has paid me for the last 6 months that I've owned it. So this is all from my 1K dividend account challenge that's on my channel. If you are interested, where I bought a bunch of these different high yielding ETFs and stocks, and I'm tracking their dividends to see how much money they actually end up making me. Now, this is complicated, but it is really, really important. So I started with $100 in each of these. CONY is currently the highest percentage gainer and dollar gainer in the account. So there's $100 in each. It's now sitting at $128.43. It has outperformed every other stock, every other ETF in the fund. It has heavily outperformed TSLY in the same time frame. Both of these were purchased in January. So I wanted to jump in here and go over exactly when I bought. CONY, my average cost is high. It's $25. So I should be negative technically because my average cost is $25, but I'll explain why that's not the case. And why my total return isn't minus 30. It's actually positive by $28. And then we'll go over exactly how much money I've made. So we're going to go to the transaction history for CONY. Let's go ahead and jump right into that right now. So we can see the purchase. I bought CONY, the YieldMax Coin Option Income Strategy ETF. I bought this. I bought 3.82 shares at $26.16 a share for $100 exactly. Our first dividend was insane. It was $10.29. So you are getting a 10% return on this per month at that rate. And so when I saw that, I went nuts because that is insane. I made 10% back in a month. There is no fund that I've heard of that can do that consistently. And although CONY has been all over the place a little bit, it has been doing phenomenal. I'm going to say that from the beginning. You saw the numbers. They do not lie. What I do want to note is that the money from the dividends is not money going into my account. This is money going back into the coin fund, the CONY fund, meaning that as the fund price continues to drop, I do lose some of this money that I'm recouping from dividends. And that is really, really important with these funds. And that's one of the things that I think everyone should notice. Now, the next month wasn't nearly as good, only $4.60. So what I like to do is go to the year to date and track exactly what's been going on with the fund. So when I bought it in January, about $157 is where Coinbase is sitting. It immediately fell in January, but January paid out well. And there's a reason for that. It's because December it jumped quite a bit. So the prior month kind of depends or dictates how the dividend is going to be paid out, if it's going to be big or little. So even though February was really a big bummer, at the month of February, it ran almost 60%. So guess what we saw? We saw a nice payment in March of $7.47. And it continues on. Then it began to trade sideways for a little bit, and the premiums were good. So we got more money. So we have April where it paid us $13.31, all of this being reinvested right away. Transfer that into May. May we got $12.05. So we have double-digit dividends in 3 different months, which is crazy. And June just paid out a couple weeks ago at $9.92, almost a fourth paying double-digit returns, which is crazy. It is honestly wild that this fund is able to put out this amount of money. But I'm gonna say this, it's extremely important. This is not financial advice. You have to calculate in taxes into this fund. You're gonna pay taxes on the money that you've made. These dividends are not great on the taxes because they are short-term returns and it gets expensive. So you need to note that I invest in my Roth account, not Robinhood. This is not my Roth. But I typically will invest in a Roth account, and that saves me from paying on the taxes. And so you need to note that pulling money out for the taxes would lessen the amount you're getting from dividends. Say you had to drop 15, 20% from each of these, it's going to make a big difference. So just note that. And that's what we talk about with dividends in general. So now I'm currently sitting at, let's see exactly how many shares of CONY I hold. I hold 6.3. So I started with 3.8 and now I'm at 6.3. The price has dropped by $5 or $6 a share since I initially purchased, but this one has now grown to almost 13% of my portfolio. And while it shows my total return being down 18, almost 19%, I am up nearly $28, 28%. And that's why the dividends being reinvested is such a big factor here. Because even though my total return is not true, I'm negative on my initial investment, my overall return is positive. And so these funds are crazy. In a second, I'll go through and we'll look at all the other funds that they have. And let me know if you guys want me to do any other videos similar to this. But what I want to do now, let's add this up and see how much money I've made in dividends. It's not going to be the same amount you would make if you weren't reinvesting, because I am adding more money. But total, it has paid $57.64 in dividends, which is insane. $57. So, I mean, my profit is again 30-something%. Even with the price dropping and with Coinbase being positive still, this thing has been able to trade really, really nicely. And so these other funds in the account, like we can see ARCC is up, JEPQ is up, SPYI has been doing extremely well. I have a video on that, and QQQI, another one that has been doing super well. CONY is our biggest winner by far. And then about $8 behind, we have Main Street Capital that has been putting in the work, making us some crazy returns. But Main Street Capital's dividend is 6%. CONY's, I mean, I don't even know what the current one is because it's been so long. Their website probably says something different, but let's just we'll go to their website and see what they say the yield is currently, because we can see based off this 104%. So based off the money so far, it's hard to tell because the dividends are being reinvested, but that's pretty close with some quick math. That is pretty insane. And so, but these other ETFs that they have, look at all of these ETFs that they have available. Let's full screen this. You can see they have APLY, NVDY, which is apparently at 110% right now. I might do a video on that because that one has been going insane, because NVIDIA has been going insane. CONY, I don't think CONY's not the highest because NVIDIA was higher. AIYY, I'm not even sure. AI option strategy, that one probably has some potential. MSTY, I've seen people talking about this one a ton, the MSTR option income fund. So I'll be doing some videos on these as well if you guys are interested. There's so much versatility with these ETFs, and I'm not sure how they're going to do in the long run. But for the last 6 months, CONY has paid me $60 in dividends. It has dropped in price by about $30, but I am positive $30 or 30% in 6 months on CONY. So if anyone is saying the fund is a scam, I don't know. It's made me money, and that's all I'm going to say about it. If you guys have your opinions, let me know in the comments down below. Also, please let me know what other videos you want to see. If you are interested in the other YieldMax ETFs, I will talk about them. I may even buy them for you because that's what I've been doing, and so far, you've made me money for the most part. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe for me. It helps me out a ton. I'm going to be pumping out more content. And I always appreciate you guys for watching and commenting for sure. Let me know down below. Thanks, you guys.